In this lesson, I will show you how to use autofill to populate cells with specific patterns. To help Excel recognize the patterns that you require, simply enter the first two numbers in the first two cells, select both cells, go to the bottom right-hand corner of the cells, and hold down your left mouse button and drag it down to the selected cell that you require. And you notice that the numbers have been populated for you. And over here, I have another pattern. Again, I've entered the first two numbers, and I'm going to select both cells, go to the bottom right-hand corner of the cells, hold down your left mouse button and drag it down. And the pattern has been filled for you. So this will save you a lot of time. You can also use autofill to populate other kinds of patterns. So over here, I've got the year, and I want to increase it in step of 2. So what I will do is select the first two cells again, and go to the bottom right hand corner, hold down your left mouse button and again drag it down, and you'll notice that the years have been populated for me. I can also enter the data in short form for the month, or I can also use the long form. So let's say I'm going to change this to the long form, and it's increasing every 2 months. So I've showed Excel the pattern that I require. I will select both cells, go to the bottom right hand corner and drag it down, and you notice that this has been done for me as well. I can also do this for week. Again, hold this down and drag it down, and it's increasing in step of 1. I can also do this for days. So I've entered the first two to help Excel recognize the pattern I require and drag it down as well. All right. I can also do this in the short form as well. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to hold down the two cells, go to the bottom right hand corner, again drag it down, and the short form has been done for me. I can also do this in the date format. So again, I'm showing Excel what I require, and I'm going to drag it down, and the dates have been changed for me. Let's try if I want to change this by months. So if I change this to 9 here, let me delete this. So I'm telling Excel that I want the date to be changed. I also want the month to be changed. Hold down the bottom right hand corner and drag it down. And you notice that the dates have been changed as well as the month. Again, if you imagine, I can also change this year as well. So now I want the date to increase by 1, the month to increase by 1, and the year to increase by 1. I will select the two cells I require and drag it down to the bottom. And you will notice that all of this has been changed. So imagine if you had 100 cells that you need to do this for, autofill will really help you save a lot of time. You can also do this for time. Do take note that Excel only recognizes the use of the colon here, and if you were to put a dot, this would not work. So let's see this. If I were to put a dot here or a full stop, this would not work. So let's try this. I'm going to hold this down and I'm going to increase it down. And you notice that Excel doesn't recognize this format. So I'm going to undo this using the Ctrl-Z key. Or I can also use the arrow here to undo this. Okay, so this time let's check. I'm going to select this two. I want it to increase by 10 minutes each time. So I'm selecting both cells and hold on your left mouse button and drag it down, and you notice that the change has been, the cells have been populated for me. So I hope that you find autofill useful, and I will see you in the next session where I will show you yet another trick for the autofill function. Bye everyone.